Testing. Hey, we're here. All right, welcome to the stream for tonight. This is the Gold Cup Championship Finals for the 2018 regular season. Underway just shortly. Find another track to run in the background here while we get set up.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet, yeah. Make you wanna move your dancing feet now. To the rescue, here I am. Want you to know can you understand? When the morning gather the rainbow, want you to know I'm a rainbow tonight. To the rescue, here I am. Want you to know can you understand? Sun is shining, weather is sweet now. Make you wanna move your dancing feet, yeah. But to the rescue, here I am. Want you to know just if you can, here I stand. No, 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 no. Can you understand me now, baby?
All right, I think we're good to go. All right, welcome once again to the 2018 playoffs, the Bull Cup Championships. This is the final round, the best of 5 series between the St. Pete Admirals and the Montreal Metros. And let me tell you, the Metros have a very strong team this season. They've historically had strong teams. Not their first rodeo in the playoffs. They made the playoffs last year and made it all the way to the Bull Cup final. Of course, losing in the end to Calgary Inferno. But the Admirals are making their first trip to the playoffs since 2002, with no championships under their belt. The team formerly known as the San Diego Seagulls, and last year briefly the Anchorage Aces. They're looking very, very strong this year. Teo Tomo with 51 home runs on the season during the playoffs. It's looking solid for the Admirals. Here's how the records broke down during the season. The Montreal Metros went 57-43 with a .570 percentage. They were second Lake League Division. The 28-22 home record, 29-21 on the road, fairly evenly matched, both home and away. They were third in the Lake League in scoring runs, second in runs against, scored 476 runs, 379 against. Put up some very impressive stats. That was an 88 run differential, and they finished 2 games behind the Rimouski Fighting Moose. Took an early exit from the playoffs in first round. Boston. Oh, it was Rimouski in Montreal. That's right. It was from last year league champion. Boston lost to Minneapolis. Minneapolis Ravens looked very solid with a 127 run differential going into the playoffs, a 63-37 record. They failed to beat the Ravens. The Ravens went on to lose to Montreal, and that is how the Lake League Championship was decided. So Montreal is here once again. Over in the American Eagle League, St. Pete's had a very strong season as well. Not quite as good as Nevada. The Nevada Speeders, 63-37, they had a record that matched the Minneapolis Ravens with a 111 run differential, and some incredibly powerful players there. Chitoji, Yamada, excellent pitching, Alamoda, others. But Nevada unable to make it out of the first round, early exit. St. Pete's managed to squeeze by Denver. They played against. And anyway, St. Pete's 59-41 on the season. With the better record, they get the home field advantage over Montreal. And they're also a much more powerful run scoring machine. 130 run differential. They were first in the American Eagle League in scoring runs with 508 runs scored. Second in the AE in least runs against with 450. Now that's still a lot of runs against, and Montreal with much more solid pitching definitely kept the runs down. St. Pete's was 31-19 at home. Very, very impressive home record, 28-22 on the road. They definitely have the advantage going into the first 2 games of the best of 5 series. They've got Harry Ferguson, who is 11-5 on the season. Opening game 1, Chris Circle, potential Rookie of the Year candidate for the certainly one of the better pitchers on the team right after Jose Soto, injured and will miss the playoffs. After Chris Zirkle, it gets dodgy. Montreal is a little more evenly matched. They'll be putting up Caleb Patton against Dusty Hertz. And in game 4, we've got Judson Martel, the juggernaut. 5-spot Martel going against Jose Ramirez. And game 5, if we get that far, will be Montreal's Ron Alder, who's opening game 1, and Harry Ferguson wins. opening game one for St. Pete. We're going to quick sim the first two games. If game three is a deciding game, we'll do a live game broadcast. If it is not a deciding game, we'll carry on and quick sim that one too. Anyway, enough of me yapping, but just so you guys have an idea, the plan here is to quick sim right up until we have a deciding game podcast. All right, so we're all ready to get simming. Welcome, team. All right, so I've already loaded the team files in, and here's the playoff coverage, the Bull Cup schedule. As you can see, the teams not played each other. This different divisions, very different leagues. Team only plays against one other interleague rival, and Montreal and St. not matched up this year. There's the playoff tree. All right, so no game scheduled for Sunday, September 23rd. Sim through that one. Now we have game one today, so start the real-time simulation. I just want to make sure that that's pluses. Plus work twice. All right. And St. Petersburg takes game number one, 6-2 over Montreal. Looks like St. Pete's strung together a bunch of runs in the bottom of the fifth, answering the Montreal Metros. Harry Ferguson with the win, Ron Alder with the loss, his second of the playoffs. St. Pete's also teed off with Alex Viramontes and Omar Medina. Interestingly enough, Brandon Scott Medina, one of their best hitters this playoffs, hitting around the end of the order. Player of the game was Katai Kitagawa, the leadoff hitter. St. Pete's now leads the series 1-0. Gonna make sure that made Slack results. Yeah, it's Slack. 4 hits in the game. That's why Kitagawa, the big player there. Right. In case we have some stability issues, where we waiting for game 2 to show up. Here we go. So Yoshiaki Fujimura will take the mound for Montreal against Chris Zirkle, who is making his first appearance of the playoffs. And the Admirals lead 1-0 this course in St. Pete. And Montreal evens the series, squeaking by with a 1-run game, 6-5. Looks like a flurry of hits, 22 hits in total, a couple of errors. It looks like Fujimura with the win, Zirkle with the loss, John Courteau with the Montreal. This guy, honestly, this kid, Sung Hyo Ko, steps in for David Chinchilla, who is injured. He's got 2 regular season games, and now hitting 240 in the playoffs with home runs. Might be more home runs, actually. It looks like he homered for Montreal. St. Pete strung together 3 home runs with Clark, Rangel, and Viramontes. Again, Rangel, one of their strongest players, playoffs, 5 home runs so far. But despite the 3 home runs, they could not beat Montreal. Murray stays strong on the mound. So the series is tied, 1 game apiece. Bring us to game 3 as another quick sim. I have some playing for this. Build up some tension. All right, so we have a day off for both teams, November 26th. scoring position. And this one is gone. Goodbye. 2-run shot for Orlando Garza over the left field wall, and Montreal takes the lead 2-1. 79-mile-an-hour changeup, I guess. Garza just sent that one packing. Brian Curell up to the plate. One away in a 2-run lead. I pop up deep to center, back to the track is Kitagawa, drops in for a triple. And man, oh man, Brian Curell, right after that 2-run home run by Garza, triples to center. Now all of a sudden Montreal is looking like they're going to stack some runs. Bill Heimberg up to the plate. Great contact hitter. And he goes down whiffing on the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 2 away. Howard Jackson up to the plate. And Ramirez gets him on 1-2 pitch, and that is strikeout number 2, ending any threat of further runs in this inning. Montreal jumping ahead with a 2-1 lead. Chris Pratt up to the plate. And the first pitch from Patton is popped up. Garza has it. Section attack. Third baseman here, batted .348 the playoffs. And he ropes one to center, but coming in hard as Garza, he dives and grabs it. What a play. 2 away. Omar Medina up to the plate. Former Toronto Nomads. Stop. And a soft comebacker to the mound. Patton doesn't even budge, but they make the throw to first on Jackson playing the ball, and that is 3 up, 3 down. And we go to the bottom of the second. Alex Bueno grounding to third. Easy play as a section attack. Tosses that to Chris Pratt. Alejandro Reyna up to the plate. Batting .500 this playoffs, 1 for 2. His only hit was a home run. And now he's 1 for 3. Sung Hyo Kyo up to the plate now. Okay. Hit the bottom of the Montreal order, and he taps this one back to the mound. An easy third, so 3 up, 3 down for the bottom half of the second inning. Bill Clark up to the plate. Catcher, St. Pete Admirals. Batting .211 this playoffs, and he hits one deep to the left field gap, and it rolls to the wall. A triple for Bill Clark. Wow, 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Caleb Patton. Triples on that one. Right to that left field gap. All right, Brian Arnold up to the plate. The runner in scoring position and no out. The full count pitch. And that is taken deep to the right center gap. Run will score as it hits the ground and caroms off the wall. A run scoring double for Brian Arnold as Clark cashes in. Back to the top of the order now with the score tied 2-2. No out still, and a runner in scoring position, and a dribbler back to the hill. That sacrifice will move Arnold over to third base. Julio Rengel up to the plate. And this one goes right to third. Scoring Arnold, Rangel safe at first. St. Pete's now has a 1-run lead as they have rung up 2 runs in this inning. Alex Viramonte's up the plate. And taps this to second. Easy play to first. Rangel takes second base on the play. Viramontes was safe at first. Pardon me. So 2 runners on. Takeo Otomo up to the plate. Just 1 away as Caleb Patton will have to choose his pitches carefully. Otomo grounds to short, and They get one at second, but Otomo is safe at first. They were not able to get him. So 2 out, 2 on. Chris Pratt up to the plate. Tap to short, the play to second to force Otomo, and that will end the inning. But St. Pete's Admirals score 2 and take the lead 3-2. Robert Areca lead this one off. Adjustment to audio settings here. You can hear my echo, but I can hear it. Evidently, I don't hear any game sounds. Bring that back. Just no wonder. Hey, there we go. All right, back to the broadcast here. Robert Areca up to the plate. Slapped on the ground hard to short, but Medina makes the throw. Howard Baker, second batter up. And another one back to Medina, 2 away. Medina getting lots of infield practice here, playing those grounders. And Garza, first inning hero, up to the plate. He'll send one to Medina, and that is 6-3 plays in a row as the Metros go down in order. Section attack will lead it off for St. Pete's here in the top of the 4th. Caleb Patton, 3 innings down, no strikeouts, but he's issued a walk and 5 hits. And there's walk number 2 of the night for Caleb Patton. 3 pass given to section attack, not a threat to steal. Omar Medina is a threat to hit, however. And it looks like they had the hit and run on. Medina drops one into right, and that will move section attack to third. And once again, the St. Pete's Admirals have runners in scoring position with no outs. Bill Clark up to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today. And he sends this one to left. Chasing it down is Kurel. He does not get there in time, and that will bring home section attack to score a 4th run. Oh, no, sorry, he does make the catch. Medina had to stay at first there. Boy, I got to watch the game that's happening in front of me. So a run scores anyway on the sac fly. Medina holds up at first. 1 away, Brian Arnold up to the plate. And he sends this one high and deep to center, but floating under that one will be Garza to make the catch. Medina glued to first base. 2 away. And Katai Kitagawa up to the plate. Earlier this year, we talked about Kitagawa being a genuine 5-tools player as he grounds out to first. He's had an incredible season, batting .286 in the playoffs, but he was one of the many St. Pete's Admirals to be over 300 during the season. Ryan Kurel will lead it off for Montreal, the cleanup hitter, as we reach the bottom of the 4th. Jose Ramirez, 3 solid innings, 2 runs on 3 hits. High pop-up in the infield, and it looks like section attack comes in to grab it, and 1 away. Bill Heimberg up to the plate, 0 for 1 tonight. Grounds to short, the throw is in time. Medina is on fire today. He's had a lot of activity over there, the shortstop position, and he's playing really, really well. Howard Jackson, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Metros go down in order again. 3rd inning in a row that they've had 3 up, 3 down. Julio Rangel to lead it off for St. Pete's as they will try to win by attrition, get some more runs in there, and he sends one into right. Diving for it was Coe, and Heimberg unable to come up with it. Rangel safe at first on the base hit. Miramontes flies this one out to the left. Rangel will have to retreat to first. Kyo Otomo steps up 0 for 2 tonight. And he goes down looking on a 2-2 pitch. Out number 2, Chris Pratt. We'll see if he can get Rangel to score. And players were in motion on the 0-2 pitch. But the tapper to right is caught by Robert Areca, and that is 3 away. So a base hit, but no run score for St. Pete's as we move to Montreal's half of the 5th inning. Alex Bueno to lead it off. We reached the 7-8-9 in the batting order. Bueno with a hard tapper to the center, but that's easily caught by Kitagawa. 1 away. The DH, Alejandro Reyna, takes a 3-2 pitch for a walk. And this will bring up Sung Yo Ko. 1 out, 1 on. The throw to second, the throw to first, and they turn the double play as Ko grounds that one hard to third base. Not much could have been done about that one. So 3 up, 3 down for Montreal. Again, 4 innings in a row. And St. Pete's up to the plate now. Patton issues his 3rd walk of the night, this time to section attack. Omar Medina up to the plate. And a grounder to the pitcher. They get the force play at second. Medina safe at first. 1 down. Bill Clark will now step in and see if he can get Medina a little further along the base paths. And this one gets away from Jackson. Medina takes second on the wild pitch. Patton not having an incredible night. Pretty good playoffs, though. Overall, 2 wins, 21 innings, 21 hits, 9 earned runs for a 3.86 ERA. Montreal's a team that can score runs, so a 3.86 ERA for their pitcher is quite decent. And that's walk number 4 of the night to Bill Clark. 2 on, 1 out. Arnold goes down singing. And Katai Kitagawa, very dangerous hitter with runners on. And he sends this one to second. Heimberg is there to make the grab. That one had right field written all over it, but Heimberg was there in time to make the catch and ends the possibility of an Omar Medina run, which was almost certainly going to happen with his speed had that ball made it to right field. So Montreal with some great defense as they come up with a big play there. St. Pete's will take to the field, and Metros will head back into the batting order. Robert Areca to lead off the 6th inning. Tapper back to short. No one gets there in time, and it looks like Areca is out. Wow, the throw just got there in time. That was very close. Howard Baker up plate with 1 away. Grounds to short. Ina, basically a vacuum for baseballs tonight. They all seem to be going to him. Orlando Garza, 2 away. Try and get something going. Hit hard to right. This will drop in for a base hit. And he is 2 for 3 tonight. And he is a threat to steal. 2 away. Will Montreal try to move him along? Brian Curell up to the plate. And the grounder to short. And again, Medina with the big throw to first. No chance for Garza to make it to second. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. And that ends the inning. So top of the 7th, St. Pete's still holding a 2-run lead here, 4-2. Swing and a miss by Julio Rangel on the full count pitch. And one away. Alex Viramontes. He goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 4 of the evening for Caleb Patton, who's finally found his groove, it looks like. After 108 pitches, Mikeo Otomo up to the plate. This one is gone. Goodbye. Otomo has homered 9 times these playoffs, 360 feet to right field, into the right field bullpen, and St. Pete's has added another run. They now lead 5-2. Chris Pratt up to the plate, 2 away. And he hits this one hard. It makes it into left as it jumps just out of reach of Howard Baker. And playing it on the run is Curell, holding Pratt to just 1 base. And that will be enough for the Montreal Metro's pitcher, as Francisco Aguero will come in to pitch, number 19. Aguero making his first appearance of the playoffs. Section attack is at the plate. And the 2-1 pitch swung on, tapped to left, making a diving catch is Curell, and that will end the inning. Aguero with a key couple of pitches there, but 5-2 lead for St. Pete's as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Montreal needs some runs to stay in it. And Heimberg will lead it off. The meat of the Montreal order really is at the back here. Curell, Heimberg, Jackson. Incredible hitting back there. Heimberg taps his 2-2 offering back to second base. And Rangel will corral it and throw it to Chris Pratt. Howard Jackson up to the plate. It's this one hard. It makes it past the outreached arms of Omar Medina. This one he couldn't grab onto. And Jackson is safe at first with a base hit to left field. Alex Bueno, we'll see what he can get going now with 1 out. Ramirez issues a free pass to Bueno. 2 aboard for Alejandro Reyna, DH. 1-2 pitch grounded to short. They get one at second. They turn the second out at first, and that will end the inning. And that was probably a good opportunity for Montreal to get someone other than Alejandro Reyna into the game. They do have a number of good players on the bench that could have done the job, possibly Shortle, Escobedo, but that was not to be. And wasted opportunity there with 2 runners aboard. Omar Medina will lead it off here in the top of the 8th as the Admirals are nourishing that 3-run lead. Medina with a pop out to right, but coming in to run after it was Robert Areca. Had to make a sliding catch, and that's why he's got a platinum glove. It's actually quite an incredible outfield. Orlando Garza, Robert Areca. Bill Heimberg is even a very decent defender. And Bill Clark with another fly out, almost to the same spot. Areca corrals that one. Brian Arnold up to the plate with 2 away. St. Pete's left fielder, he ropes this one into left. That will hit the wall. An easy double for Arnold as he gets his second hit of the game. Katai Kitagawa 0 for 3 tonight. 2 out with a runner on. And he pops up. This should be caught. It is. That ends the inning. Katai Kitagawa, the Golden Sombrero, 0 for 4 tonight. And the Metros running out of chances to even the score here. They're going to try to do it with Sung Hyo Ko. Had some big games earlier in the playoffs. Jose Ramirez still in for St. Pete's. 97 pitches later. Ko with the fly ball to right, and coming in to grab it is Viramontes, who makes the catch, one away. Robert Areca up to the plate. 3-1 pitch to Areca. Tapped on the ground to the first baseman, and Pratt makes the play. Touching the bag at first, and that's out number 2. Howard Baker, second in the order. Hard shot on the ground down the third base line, but corralling that one is section attack, and that will end the inning. So hard contact on the last batter, but a couple of soft tappers otherwise. And Montreal is, they've now had a number of innings. I think that's 6 innings of 3 up, 3 down. I think they only had a hit, was it the 7th or the 6th inning? Anyway, St. Pete's top of the 9th. Julio Rangel cranks this one over the left field wall, 372 feet, and the Admirals have added some insurance. The crowd here in Montreal is not happy. 6-2 for the Admirals. Alex Viramontes up to the plate. He takes this one deep to left, and this one is caught on the warning track by Kurel. One away. Viramontes was hoping for something there. A little bit more than a warning track fly ball. Akio Tomo up to the plate. 1 for 2 today with a home run. Big home run. And he grounds out to Alex Bueno at third base. 2 away. Chris Pratt up to the plate. And a comebacker, soft on the ground to Aguero, who plays it to first, and that will end the St. Pete's 9th inning. Montreal, with a 4-run deficit, will try to tie the game here at least, if not walk it off. Stranger things have happened. It's only a 4-run lead, but they've been unable to generate much throughout much of the game. And Jose Ramirez looks like he will pitch the 9th inning. Looking for the complete game. Garza takes this one deep to right, but not deep enough. Just before the warning track, it's caught by Viramontes. Out number 1. Ryan Kurel with the bunt. Looked to me like a bunt. Throw to first, and he's out. Bill Heimberg up to the plate. 2 away. Bottom of the 9th. 3-1 pitch. Heimberg sends this one postage, no return, over the left field wall. And Montreal has sliced a little bit into this 4-run lead. They are now only behind 6-3. But they're going to need to generate a few more runs than that if they have a hope of tying or winning this game. Howard Jackson up to the plate. 2 out. 3-run deficit. The offering from Ramirez, the 2-1 pitch. And this makes it into center field, dropping short of Katai Kitagawa. Montreal stays alive with Hojo on first. Alex Bueno up to the plate. And Ramirez still pitching. The tying run on deck. 0-2 pitch, and this drops in safe for a base hit to right. All of a sudden, we have an interesting ball game here, as Montreal has cut into the lead somewhat and has now put the tying run at the plate. This will bring in the St. Pete's closer, Ryu Saito. 3 saves in the playoffs with a 1-0 record, 9 strikeouts in 4 innings. Alejandro Reyna has a big at-bat here, and he's 0 for 2 today. Let's see if Montreal keeps him in. And they will. The 0-1 offering to Reyna. Hit high and deep to the left center gap. It is gone. Oh my God. Oh my God. Montreal walks it off in the bottom of the ninth. Excuse me, they've tied it in the bottom of the ninth. 434 feet. Home run for Alejandro Reyna. Incredible. Sung Hyo Ko comes up to the plate. Montreal has stacked 4 runs here in the bottom of the ninth. It is a 6-6 ball game. The 1-0 pitch to Ko. Tapped on the ground to third base. And that is out number 3. We are going to extra innings. All right. Top of the 10th, St. Pete's will lead it off with section attack. John Courteau comes into pitch for the Metros. He's got no decisions so far in the playoffs. 7 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, 1.29 ERA. Gonna check our video quality here. Seems to be all over the map here. There we go. And we're back. And the 1-0 pitch from Courteau. Tapped up the middle. This will make it center field. Garza corralling it. And a leadoff single for section attack. Omar Medina up to the plate. 1 for 4 tonight. And this one's shot back to short. Baker to Heimberg to Ko, and they don't get Medina at first, so 1 away as they get the force on section attack at second. Bill Clark batting the left-hand side, the catcher. And there goes Medina. He is out at second, gunned down by Hojo, Howard Jackson. 2 away now. The 0-1 count to Bill Clark. Now the 1-2 count, and check swing, but he is rung up on strike 3. Bottom of the 10th for Montreal. Robert Areca, 1 for 4 tonight. We'll see if he can get some runs here. The 2-2 pitch, and Saito strikes him out with a curveball. Baker up to the plate, grounds out to center field, or he flies out to center field on that line drive. Excuse me, I must be watching a different game. Yeah, Baker's safe at first on the grounder. I thought it was a grounder up the middle. Orlando Garza up to the plate, and he taps this one to left. It'll drop in. Rounding second is Baker. He's going for it. He is home, and they win. Montreal wins. No throw to home on that play. He rounded third. He did not look back. Baker scores the winning run. Garza with the with the walk-off run-scoring double. And what a finish for Montreal. A comeback in the 9th. And a walk-off double in the bottom of the 10th. That was all Montreal, or sorry, all Admirals for most of the game. Montreal had at least 6 or 7 innings where they were 3 up, 3 down. They couldn't get a hit, couldn't get a man on base, and then all of a sudden their offense exploded in the bottom of the ninth. And what a game that one was! So Julio Rangel 4 for 5 on the night with a home run, 2 RBIs. He's the number one performance of the day despite the loss. Garza 3 for 5 on the night, the double home run, 3 RBIs and a run. And Alejandro Reyna, big play there, 1 for 3 with a home run, 3 RBIs. So what a game! Orlando Garza with the player of the game, and Montreal wins the Bull Cup 3-1 on a miracle comeback ninth inning to put it away. St. Pete's played admirably. See what I did there? Throughout the season and had a really good run through the playoffs. 12 hits, 6 runs in this final game, Game 4 of the Bull Cup Championship. Montreal, however, prevailing and winning the Bull Cup for 2018. And wow, I don't know what else to say about that other than that was quite a series. That ends our 2018 season, and I'm glad to see we've got some new fans of the Bull League who watched the broadcast tonight. And just a little bit of an aside for you guys watching, OTP some, I guess, that just let you know there are some teams open. Actually, I'll put it on the screen. So yeah, our season-ending standings here. The teams you see there on the left side of the Lake League, Rimouski Fighting Moose, they were an open team at the end of the season. They finished first, as you can see. The Boston Brawlers, Montreal, those were taken. New York Dragons, they were an open team. The Toronto Nomads, obviously in red, being my team. Minneapolis Ravens were spoken for. The Detroit Motorheads had a really good season, almost made the playoffs. They were open. The Ohio Oxen, former champs from 2 seasons ago, they are taken. The Louisville Sluggers were an open team, and Chicago Pitbulls with the worst record in the league this year, but otherwise actually a very decent team, and they're taken as well. Over in the other league, which will shortly be renamed to the Metropolitan League, the AEL, American Eagle League. St. Pete's Admirals, as you saw there, made the Bull Cup final. They are taken. Denver Danger is an open team. They were a playoff team this year. Miami Storm is taken. Norfolk Sharks are taken, and the Dallas Deputies are they're a rebuild in progress, and they're an open team as well. Nevada Speeders had a great run this season under the steady stewardship of Scott Dumler. Seattle Salts had a GM earlier in the season. He left. That's an open team. Calgary Inferno's open. California Titles are open, and the Arizona Cowboys are open. So that's a number of open teams. Oh, not on the screen. All right. Well, see if we can fix that. It's still got the end of the game screen. I can't do much about that. Anyway, there are a number of teams. If you go to bullleague.org, you can see our blog, and there's links to our stat pages, including Stats Plus, and all the teams are listed there. And yeah, certainly you can get a hold of Kamish, that's me, at kamish@bullleague.org, and I can send you a list of open teams and get you signed up. We are switching to 19 after this season for sure. Now that the season's wrapped up, then that'll be shortly. We've got some off-season stuff we're going to do, but we'll be switching to 19 very shortly. All of the GMs have 19 except for one, and so I don't imagine we'll be running too many more sims on 18 here. Now that the off-season activities are here, There's not a lot of team export activities we need um, until get to arbitration time, I guess. So that'll be coming up soon, but not yet. Anyway, fantastic season. Brandon, um, GM of the St. Pete's Admirals, had a great season. Um, Sorry you didn't win the Bull Cup. Danny DeRoche, our first Patreon patron, and no coincidence there. Montreal coming from a wild card position and winning the whole shebang. The Montreal Metros winning the Bull Cup. Phenomenal season. And I just want to go over the Bull Cup stats here. It's been a while since Montreal won, but not that long ago. And I'm just going to check the record book, which, by the way, for our guest who's watching, if you go to wiki.bullleague.org, you'll see we've got a 400 plus page Wikipedia type league history. It's really interesting stuff to watch. So yeah, the Montreal Metros have won the fourth Bull Cup of their career, of their history. They were last Bull Cup champions in 2014, and this was their seventh appearance in the Bull Cup. They are the record holder for most number of series appearances, and now they are second in number of wins, tied with the Ohio Oxen for 4 wins. The only team that has more are the New York Dragons, who have been undefeated in Bull Cup appearances, with 5 appearances, no losses, all wins, but they've not appeared since 2008. It's been 10 seasons for the New York Dragons since they've won a Bull Cup or even been in the Bull Cup. But some phenomenal baseball being played here. All right. That wraps up our Twitch broadcast. Thanks for all the fans and views. And yeah, OOTP, you email me. I'll answer all your questions, but I'll just answer quick. Yeah, it says we do articles. I write most of them. Some of the other GMs write them as well. We have about 10 GMs in total right now out of the 20 teams. We were thinking of a contraction, but instead we decided to switch from a real-time sim league to a bit of a modified real-time. And what that basically means is we sim 2 or 3 games per sim, 3 times a week. So we're roughly a week ahead of the actual game calendar, except that this off season we've decided that we would sim through the off season fairly quickly and start another real time season in October, and that'll take us to roughly April or March, and then we'll start our 2020 season when the 2019 baseball season would have started. So we're basically playing 2 seasons a year. It's still basically a real time sim. A week every week is played, and yeah. No, you don't have to write articles. We do throw bonus money around to those GMs that do get involved. We don't have a point system or anything. We just throw money onto your team budget. But yeah, we've got some good incentives, and you can also check out our Patreon as well, patreon.com/bullleague, where we've got some added incentives for those GMs that want to throw us a bone and help us with our web costs. Anyway, thanks again, and take care, folks. See you in the 2019 season, which will be starting in the next few sims.